What up, guys? It's Moses back again with another Real Talk video. And today I'm going to be talking about why I'm glad that I lost my job, which sounds weird and crazy to say because, most people would be panicking and freaking out. They'd be like, oh, I just lost my job. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna pay the bills? How am I gonna feed my kids? Whatever. But for me, it really made me realize that these companies, these big corporate, multi-billion dollar companies, they really don't give a fuck about you. Like, it doesn't matter how hard you work, how much you do for the company. You can bend over backwards for them. You can put in overtime. You could literally be the very best employee that they have. And as soon as they find something that they can fire you over or let you go over, they will not hesitate because they really don't care. You're just a number to them. You're replaceable. Like, someone else is gonna come in ready to fill the position and get hired just like that, like clockwork. So they're not really worried about, filling that empty position when there are people lined up ready to replace you as soon as you're out of there and that position opens up. And also, I have a good amount of money saved up, so I can afford to take some time off. I will be, going back to work soon. Definitely not at that company that I was working for before. They're fucking terrible. There's a video. I made a video on TikTok explaining why I got fired. It was Allied Universal. You guys can go to my TikTok and go ahead, watch that video. But yeah, when I do go back to work, I'm probably only gonna be working like maybe 20 hours max. Really no more than 20 hours because, really losing my job, I'm glad that I don't have that job anymore. Not only because it was a shitty fucking company, but it really made me open my eyes and realize that, I don't want to be working for someone, be working for a company, have managers, bosses for the rest of my life. I really do not want that. I'd rather do my own thing, be my own boss. I don't want to have to, request to take days off and go on vacation. I don't want to have to worry about getting written up for some stupid shit at work, or having to provide a doctor's note when I'm sick, or all the other bullshit that comes with being an employee. I want to be my own boss, make my own rules, go on vacation whenever I want, be fully responsible, and have full control and 100% say in whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm pursuing. And that's really why I'm starting to take content creation more seriously. And not only am I pursuing content creation, but next year I have something really big planned coming up that I'm launching. I'm not gonna reveal it now. I'll probably announce that more next year as the date gets closer. But yeah, ultimately, I want financial freedom. I don't want to be living paycheck to paycheck, or having to retire when I'm 60, 65 years old, and by the time I'm able to enjoy my money, I'm already old. Excuse me. I hate that that's the norm, that's the standard. You work for 30, 40 years and then you can't live your life until you're 60, which is damn near the end of your life. You'll get maybe a decade or two of being alive if you're lucky. That's such bullshit. I don't know. I want to live my life and enjoy my life while I'm still young. I want to be able to go on trips and just be wealthy and financially free in my 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. I don't want to have to wait till I'm 60 plus years old. Fuck that, dude. And yeah, I just want to I want to create something that's mine, something that I own, and I can look back on it and be yeah, I created this, I built this, I built this shit brick by brick, and no one can ever take that away from me. So yeah, honestly, it's a blessing in disguise, really, now that I'm looking at it, that I lost my job. Because if I didn't lose my job, or I left that job at a later date, then I most likely I either would have started content creation later, or maybe not have done it at all. Maybe I might have not just pursued it and explored it at all. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know. I guess everything happens for a reason. God was doing me a favor when he got me out of that hellhole of a job. Again, don't work for Ally Universal. They treat you like shit. Managers don't give a fuck about you. Yeah, just don't ever work there. But yeah, like I want to be so financially free and wealthy. Like I don't want to be just like well off. Like, you know, like I mentioned in my previous video, I want to have generational wealth. I want to have millions, you know, maybe billions of dollars. Like I want to be able to, you know, buy whatever car I want, buy whatever house I want, invest, travel, take care of my friends, family, pursue any business venture that I want to. You like when you have money, you have the time and freedom to really do whatever you want. And, you know, like I said before, I don't want to be relying on a paycheck from an employer for the rest of my life until no. I don't want that. I don't want that for myself, and I'm not gonna have that for myself. I'm gonna make it. I know I am. And yeah, I'm not gonna be working full time, or I don't know. If I were to work full time, then I mean, I guess I could still make content and then do the thing that I mentioned I was gonna do next year, but that job is really gonna, you know, I'm gonna be investing a lot of, it's gonna take my energy and time away from what I really care about, what I really want to pursue. And, you know, that's what's, you know, that is what life is all about. That is the, if you ask me what the meaning of life is, I'd say life is doing what makes you happy, what gives you purpose, gives you joy, gives you fulfillment, makes you feel alive. You know, as long as it's not illegal, of course, but just doing what gives you pure joy and happiness, not slaving away at a job for 30, 40 years hoping to get a promotion or a fucking like 10-cent raise that doesn't even match inflation. Like, no, fuck that, dude. Fuck that shit. So, yeah. What else do I gotta say? If you're working at a job that you absolutely hate and despise and dread getting out of bed in the morning for, and you just wish, you know, you were doing something else, and you ask yourself, you know, why is this my life? Why am I doing this? You know, it's never too late to pivot. It's never too late to, well, I mean, I guess it could kind of be too late depending on your personal circumstances, but in a lot of cases, it's never too late to pivot and start doing and focusing on, you know, what you love, what your goals are, what you want to accomplish. You may not see the success that you want right away, but I promise you, if you keep at it and you're driven and disciplined, because you have to be disciplined, because motivation's not always gonna be there, you know. Like, if you're motivated, that's cool. Like, that's just a little cherry on top, but what you really need is discipline, drive, consistency, focus, and you will get there with, you know, with the time and hard work. You will definitely, you know, get to where you want to be and what you want to accomplish. You know, if you can afford to quit that job, leave that job, and start pursuing what makes you happy, what you really want to do in life, I say fuck it, go for it. You know, life is too short to, you know, be miserable and be doing something that you know, makes you feel drained and empty and just depressed and, you know, any negative emotion you can think of, you know, that's, you know, no one deserves to live life that way. I get it that, you know, someone has to work those jobs that no one wants, but that doesn't mean it has to be you. That doesn't mean it has to be you. So, yeah, with that being said, quit your job, leave your job, don't be afraid to take a risk. Or if you get fired from your job, you know, that also works. Just, you know, leave your job in any way. Don't be afraid to take risks. Pursue what you really want. Go after what you want. You only live once. And yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, the whole shebang. And also, if you're, comment down below if you're working a job right now that you absolutely hate and despise, and you want to get into something different, your true passion, your true thing that makes you happy and fulfills you. Comment down below and let me know what's stopping you from, you know, taking that risk, making that push to get there. And yeah, that's it. I will see you guys in the next video, and peace.